All right, welcome back, YouTube. I had to do like another recap of this video because of all the things that's been going on. It's been a very eventful morning because even now, as I was preparing for this video, I'm preparing for another video because I saw that Robinhood is actually getting sued for halting the trading. So it's been a very roller coaster ride this morning. So a lot of exciting things going on and a lot of changes that I see that are going to be happening to the market. But for this video, we're talking about GameStop and Reddit. So pretty much if you are pretty much looking at anything as far as stock market or financial news, this is all over the front page of everything. It started pretty much yesterday, but now we're seeing like the outcome and the SEC and financial brokerages like Robinhood and stuff take countermeasures to what's going on. So pretty much with GameStop, pretty much, well, in a nutshell, the amount of stocks that were shorted in GameStop pretty much exceeded the amount of stocks that actually exist. So GameStop was actually shorted at about 113%. So, which is more stocks than actually exist. And I don't know how that's illegal. I mean, I don't know how that's legal or is even possible, but I guess apparently you can do it, which is something I believe that the federal government is going to stop from happening. But that was noticed by a user on Reddit. I believe his abbreviations are like FDV or something like that. I don't want to say his name on here or get flagged or anything. And pretty much they started a community on Reddit and made pretty much like a pact to not sell and to buy into this stock to pretty much force the price to go up. So when you short a stock, you're pretty much making a bet between you and the lender that the stock is going to decrease in value. And if it does decrease in value, you're going to have a spread between that current price and the decrease, and you'll be able to sell it back for that current price, and the difference is going to be your profit. However, if the stock goes up, you lose the money, and you may even lose more than you initially put in. And that's one of the downsides of investing in shorts, because the amount of money that you can lose is actually infinite. It's not the same as buying a traditional stock where you buy it for $10 and the most risk you have is $10. And that's where a lot of these hedge funds got in trouble, is because they were pretty much over leveraged in this particular stock. And typically what happens when the stock goes the opposite way is you cover your losses. And you do this by buying back into that same stock to cover your losses and just do the spread over again. And then you can kind of get to a point where it's like a wash, or you don't lose any money altogether. But if the people that are buying in are refusing to sell, then of course the stock price goes even higher, and so does your losses. And this is kind of like the chain reaction that we've been seeing with GameStop. So with this happening, I was actually, as I was preparing for this video last night, I knew that I felt that the federal government was going to halt trading, and I didn't think that Robinhood would be like per se like the first one to do it, but I know a lot of the traders on Robinhood, when you see like a lot of the pump and dumps and a lot of the things as far as on the bankruptcy series that I covered, typically these things happen on Robinhood. Robinhood is a very simple platform. It's easily available. It's no like minimums to invest and stuff like that. So most of the, I won't say inexperienced, but most common people use Robinhood as a trading platform. So when you see like these big turnarounds like we've seen in the last 12 months or since the coronavirus, typically Robinhood is a major player in these areas. And even if you go to Google Stocks and look at GameStop and AMC, for example, and you look at around 10 a.m., you'll see that the stocks, roughly around 10 a.m., that the stocks peaked. And after the trading was halted, you'll see like a sharp dive as far as in the stock. So that's how effective that just halting the stops on Robinhood alone was able to affect the price. So going forward, I believe that we're going to see a lot of regulation. I'm going to make another video probably within minutes. I'm still doing research as far as all the lawsuits that are getting filed against Robinhood right now. I just heard about a class action in New York, Massachusetts, Chicago, and these are people with large amounts of money that pretty much are stuck in their options because Robinhood is freezing up trading. So this is going to be a interesting turn of events here. But I just wanted to point out the fact that when people band together, like what you've seen as far as like on Reddit, you're going to have an immediate reaction in the stock market. It's no different than a pump and dump and people aligning at the same time to buy a stock or sell a stock. It's going to have an immediate reaction. So this is more so what we saw with GameStop and what we're seeing with like AMC and like a few other companies. So I'm really excited and also concerned for what's going to happen over the next few hours and tomorrow as well, because I know there's going to be a response. I'm just not sure what yet, because the stopping of the trading was predictable. I knew that they were going to stop the trading because when people, as far as like when it's reversed, they'll typically do a countermeasure to stop it. So if the hedge funds were making all the money and people were losing the money and whatnot, and the stock was going through the floor and the hedge funds made $1 billion, it would have been claimed as a great day for Wall Street. And, you know, oh, look at all the money that people made, have been a great day. But if you reverse it, and they'll stop the stock market. So we both know how that goes as far as for the little guy versus the big guy. So I've been watching a lot of like the forums and stuff, and people are laughing and saying that's good for hedge funds. I'm not a fan of GameStop anyway. I've gotten screwed there plenty of times as a kid. So, you know, if they, I don't know what's going to be an outcome for them, but I'm sure that I know the stock's going to crash. And even the people that are investing in, most of them are going to lose money because at some point it's still going to be over leveraged just the other way now. So there's no safe route out of it. It did create a few millionaires, I'm sure, but long term, most of the people are still going to lose money. But as far as for GameStop as a company, I don't feel bad for them in the least, because yeah, I've gotten like a nickel for games or 25 cents for games that were in the case. So I don't feel bad at all. But that's pretty much what a short is. That's what's creating the buzz behind GameStop and Reddit. And I'm going to do a series of videos today. So turn on the notifications if you haven't. And we're going to track this thing and track the measures that the government is going to do to counteract this and possibly prevent this from ever happening again. So I'm very excited. We're going to keep this thing going and see what the government is going to do to counteract these measures. So I'm just seeing about another lawsuit that's being filed here. So yeah, people are really, let's see. Oh, it's got notifications. So if you have a Robinhood account, should you move to another company? Possibly, because I believe if you go on like Google and look at different companies, like I said, like around that 10 a.m. mark, and you look at what happened after Robinhood was stalled, you'll see a sharp decline as far as in the stocks. But now you'll see like the stocks gaining momentum, because even on GameStop and AMC, for example, you still could have doubled your money today after 10 a.m. Like it was like a window between like 10 a.m. and like 11:30, where if you would have jumped in like immediately after Robinhood stopped the trading, you would have been able to double your money. So I believe that's people switching to other accounts, because I have a Webull account as well. And I believe that's people switching to other accounts and continuing their trading, because it's a lot of money to be made out there. People have made money like lightning fast. So Robinhood is going to get a lot of these lawsuits. And I believe that as of right now, none of the other companies are going to stop the trading, especially, well, for now, because they don't have a reason to. I think Robinhood only did it because they're concerned about a SEC lawsuit, because they pretty much allowed a lot of people to manipulate the securities. That's something I'm probably going to get into in my next video. I'm probably going to shoot that like in the next hour, but I do believe there was some security manipulation, but it wouldn't hurt to have another account, because Robinhood is going to protect itself in this situation, because I believe that the SEC is going to be able to kind of trace it back to them as far as like a lot of the manipulation. So there may be a penalty for that. So we'll see. But it will never hurt to have options. The hedge funds, the larger companies, they all have options. So you'll never be at a disadvantage by having multiple platforms, even if you're just a regular trader, because they're going to limit your trades anyway. So it's definitely beneficial to have another trade account. But if there's no more questions, that's all I have for this video. I'm going to shoot another one probably in like 15, 20 minutes, because we're going to dive into the Robinhood lawsuits and the pretty much the countermeasures that's being taken now. So with that being said, subscribe if you're not. Hit the notification bell, because it's probably going to be several videos this week. I mean, today. So thank you, and just stay tuned. Thanks.